What is Amaji saying? So I want to take Chola there and tomorrow get being disgraced. And that's what I don't want. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like what I'm doing at the moment.
Ologbotsere Emami. Ologbotsere Emami. Well, one of the details that have been put out there is that one, the Olu designate, Princess Shola Emiko, was chosen 100% by the Oracle. Because you know that in the course of the controversy, some people said the Oracle should be consulted. And secondly, Amaju Pinnick told us earlier that people are happy with this choice. And you seem to be, you and a few others who are not happy with it. What is the option available to you? Are you planning to go to court over this matter? Or there is the option of resolution, reconciliation, national unity among the Ishekiris?
Yeah, let me tell you, there are processes before the Oracle. There are processes before the Oracle.
The Oracle has the final say.
Yeah, no, listen, I'll tell you whether the Oracle has the final say. If you look at the edict, you must pass through the process. What are the processes? When such things happen, I'm going to announce to the family. The family will give me Olu designate. The Ojoisa will sit down whether the Olu designate met the condition. If his doubt is it, then I would have to take the Olu designate and the Ojoisa, alongside with the Ojoisa to Oracle. Nobody else has the power to take Chola and Miko to Oracle. They should go and challenge it. And then similar in 3 years ago, they said Ayiri cannot be, that the Oracle rejected Ayiri. That's what they said. This same group of people, 3 years ago, they said the Oracle. And the only man that has the legal right to go with Chola to Oracle is me, after due process. Anybody that tells you the Oracle has the final say, it's like you going for an election. They say you have to come with your, what's it called? You have to come with school cert on, what's it called, whatever certificate equivalent. You now go there with your nursery school certificate that you are contesting for governorship. That I need to pass you. The Oracle has the final say, but after the due process. And how is the due process? The due process is being conducted by the Ologbotsere. Simple. So it's not that I have anything. I wouldn't have come on air. But to me, I've not taken any decision. But I'm just trying to make the whole world, they should know that I have no personality, because a lot of allegations in police, I really want to be king. No. And let me tell you, there's nobody in this world that can suspend me apart from a sitting Olu. Everybody has their family. How much you know? No chief, no family can suspend the lowest chief in the palace. Nobody. And once the Olu is indisposed, the Ologbotsere, once he's alive, he acts. And
can I come in,
there's
please?
no Ologbotsere. Nobody can grant Chola except the Ologbotsere family. I have all the documents with me.
Well, Chief Emami, Chief Ayirimi, please let's allow Amaju Pinnick to respond to some of the issues you have raised about process and history.
Yeah, clearly.
Over to you, Amaju Pinnick.
Yeah, clearly in the past we've had over 20. We have had 20 Olu of Warris, and only 4 Ologbotseres. I want you to go and draw an inference about that. Only 4 Ologbotseres, and only 1 Ologbotsere has crowned the Olu based on our history. What does that tell you? I'm not going to. I just want to talk to my brother Ayiri to tread carefully at this point. Is to tread carefully, because this, what he's doing, Ishekiri is not a regular kingdom. It's a kingdom ordained by God. Because if you look at the people, we are less than 1 million, but we control 28% of the country's oil wealth. They are not regular people. They are people, when I'm talking, I talk with authority. I did not go to school to pass exams, like I said earlier on. I went to school to acquire knowledge. That was why I'm the president of the Nigerian Board Federation. That was why I'm a member of the CAF Executive Committee. And that was why I'm a member of the FIFA Council. If you have this kind of knowledge, you cannot climb, you cannot ascend to that level of prominence in global football or global organization. So I'm talking with authority. I know what I'm talking about. I'm happy he said that my father was not irregular. From childhood, I've been following my dad. No way I didn't follow my dad. I knew when my dad was made a chief. It was 4 years before I was born. 1966, my dad was made a chief with Dr. Wiki of the Central Waterview Clinic in Warri. Chief Uromashoma and Chief Efuaye and one other person. I have all the records, and I know who and who is in Shekiri land. So it's clearly stated that I am just still appealing to him. He shouldn't allow, because this is he knows. Chief Ayirimi knows that this process can never ever be reversed. It's not possible. The process is fixated on what? Crowning Shola Emiko in 3 months' time. And by God's grace, nothing will stop it. Are we still talking about the edict? I just told you, when you're in year 2 in school studying political science or public administration, there's what's called the residual, which is local government, concurrent, which is local government and state, and the exclusive. The Constitution of Nigeria is in the exclusive list. And it states clearly, please go and read this, 42.2. I'm not going to be repeating myself. So forget the edit. The edit was put together by people that have, of course, various persuasion, various interests. We are not going to go into that. We do not want to look for, we are trying to make peace. And I'm still appealing to you. Don't allow yourself, you are somebody that has paid your dues in Warri land. So please, with all due respect, don't allow yourself to be used by people that only prevaricate, that they hide under you to do all those things like that, and we know them. You cannot tell me, Atabrata, you cannot tell me, you know clearly our relationship from the beginning. We are two people most people look up to growing up in Warri. So I want to appeal to you, please, this is not the Shekiri that I know. Everything we do it within the confines of the Agofe, and it ends there. So please, you can imagine me coming out to speak for the Shekiri nation, because a lot of people, they've called me worldwide. Amaju, please, you need to go and try and educate the people. We know you can do it. So we're not coming here trying to drag your position, but I've stated it clearly. We've had 20 Olus, only 4 Ologbotsere. What does that tell you? Of the 4 Ologbotsere, only 1 have crowned the Olu. What has happened? Nothing. And nothing will happen in 3 months' time. The Shekiri nation is 100% united against Prince Shola Emiko. And that is the truth. We are not going to go back on it.
So, Chief Emami, you've heard now from Mr. Pinnick, and also from what you said, you went to great lengths to stress that your complaint is not from out of a personal animus to Prince Emiko. What you are objecting to is some procedural lapses, as you perceive them. Are you willing to let those lapses be corrected, or just let it slide so that Prince Emiko can actually be crowned the Olu of Warri?
Are you willing to let those lapses be corrected, or just let it slide so that Prince Emiko can actually be crowned the Olu of Warri?
Thank you very much. There are some things that is being said by Amaju, and I want to, maybe Amaju will not understand why you have 4 Ologbotsere in the history of Shekiri. There are some things that is being said by Amaju,
Do go on, sir.
Chola father is a lawyer, and he knows the power of Ologbotsere, and he reigned for 28 years. He had no one Ologbotsere. He was operating with Iyache and some other chiefs. He was ruling alone. In turn of Erejua, which is Chola's grandfather, he had 2 Ologbotsere, which is Maiku and O.N. Rowane. You understand? So, having Ologbotsere as a Lu is his own prerogative, whether he needs it because of the enormous power of the Ologbotsere. But let's come to the issue. My own case, my decision, I will make my decision in few days, because I'm going to do a wider consultation. Because whatever I'm doing today, if you ask the Inspector General of Police, is not what I intend to do. Because as a Shekiri, we don't watch our dirty linen outside. We don't watch it outside. We do everything indoor. But going to the public saying that Ayirimi was one of those that invaded the palace on the 29th because you want to bring in Chola, because I said you should follow due process. You understand? Try to blackmail me all over the world as if I want to be Olu. When something I believe in, I say you have to do the right thing. Foundation that were laid. Because after Chola, somebody can just come out with money tomorrow and say they want to be Olu. It will not follow due process.
What are we talking about due process?
Happened, after Chola
When there is a national law.
After Chola reign, somebody is talking about national law. We have laws that guide the Chekiri people.
Okay.
At the expense of national law.
Okay.
Talking about the constitution, that will be interpreted by lawyers.
Okay. Chief Ayirimi and Mr. Majubini, I'd like to thank both of you for coming here. But for peace and in furtherance of the Chekiri and the Warri nation, I believe that both parties should go talk in private and, and uphold justice and come together. But thank you so much, you both, for your time. That's all on New Zealand. We'll take a short break now. And when we return, we'll talk to Michael Wilson and we'll talk to Adesuwa Mora, talk to Aaron, and the show continues right here. We'll be right back.